Welcome everyone, this is Like It's 1985. Today's review is Hasbro's Marvel Legends Tigra. Every now and then I do like to do an action figure review because you just take it out of the box and you can review it straight away. The other reason I got it was I was watching a fellow YouTube reviewer watch this review, and he reviewed this particular figure, and I was impressed with his observations of the fact that her articulation joints aren't that noticeable, and we'll go into that in a little more detail. As far as articulation goes, looks like she's got a ball jointed head, swivel in the shoulders, and then depending on how you place the joint, you can go in like this, like that. She's got bend and a swivel at the shoulder, at the elbow, swivel in the wrist, as well as a bend. She's got upper ab articulation. No waist articulation, which is just fine with me, because I think it would ruin it if it did have waist articulation. Looks like she's got hips that way. Can't really go that far like that, but can go to the side. Swivel in the knee as well as a bend, and then swivel in the ankle, and a little bit of a hinge joint there. So yeah, I mean, definitely nice articulation, as well as the tail. This is a solid piece of plastic. It doesn't really bend, but you can rotate it 360. But what I like about it is what I was bringing up at the very beginning of the review. I mean, you can see the joints, but for some reason, I think maybe just the coloring. It's not the typical pale, human color. This is more of an orange-yellow color, of course, to match her persona as the Tigra. And that, in addition to the stripes, I think it kind of draws your eye away from the fact that there are joints there. Much more than if she was just a regular human-colored pale to her skin tone. So I think that does lend itself a lot to allowing you kind of to forget that there's joints there. And that's one of my gripes about female action figures. I know it can't really be helped, but it can be kind of how shall I say? It can be lessened by the fact that if you use certain colors like this, or if you have her more fully clothed, so that a lot of the joints are not as noticeable, then that's usually good in my book. The other thing I notice about her is she has just a very feminine looking hip area. They didn't elect to use a waist joint, which I think helped with that. They just used an upper ab joint, which is just fine with me. She can still rotate left and right like that. Yeah, and unlike the classic example of what not to do in a female figure, Toy Biz Marvel Legends Psylocke, she doesn't have that diaper look. I mean, she's got a nice feminine waist area, so that's always good. So yeah, she's definitely a nice female figure. She doesn't have much to her as far as cool superpowers, other than the fact I think she's got some superhuman abilities. But other than that, really, I mean, super strength or whatever, super agility, based on the fact that her name is Tigra. But she doesn't really have any, I don't think, any noteworthy superpowers like telekinesis, or can shoot lasers out. She can shoot lasers out of her eyes, or that kind of thing. So, but she does make a fine addition to your or my collection of articulated female action figures, so that's really good. So yeah, this has been my review. Hasbro Marvel Legends Tigra. It does come with a Build-A-Piece for the Nemesis Build-A-Figure. It doesn't look too interesting to me, but anyways, that's the review. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.